Hello, and welcome to this tutorial on managing funds in ChurchOffice. Before we start, let's get some explanations on how ChurchOffice manages funds. A fund in ChurchOffice refers to all sources of income received by the church. For easy capturing, funds are categorized into three. General fund. This category is for funds received by the church for which there is no need to capture the details of the person giving the money. These are funds like offering. In other words, we don't need to know who paid and what amount he paid. Pledge fund. This category records payments from individuals and tracks how much they pledged and how much has been redeemed. To elaborate, we need to capture the details of the person who has pledged to pay, how much he has paid, and what is left to be paid. Contribution fund. This category records payments from individuals who make one-time or recurring payments. It differs from pledge fund in that you do not track how much they have paid and how much they pledged to pay. Examples of such funds are tithe and donations. With that explanation, let's start managing the funds. From the shortcuts on my dashboard, I will click the Finance module. It loads the Finance application. Let's add the first fund account. Click on the Add Fund Account button. The first fund account I would enter is called Givings. This will be the parent of all funds that are of type contribution. This is a parent fund account, so we leave the parent field empty. I will select the type as Contributions. We will not show this in the mobile app. Enter a description for it. Click OK to save. I will add another contribution fund account called Tithes. The parent will be the givings we created, and I will show it in the mobile app. I will add another fund account. This will be of general fund type and will be the parent of all fund accounts which are general. I will call it Offertory. I will add a child fund account to the parent offertory account. I will call it Main Offering. I am left with Pledge Fund type. Let's create one. I will call it Pledges. It will be the parent account for all pledge account type. Let's create a child pledge account called Building Fund. I will enter the name Building Fund. Select the parent account type and select to show in the mobile app. And that's it. To add a transaction to a general fund account, select the account from the fund account list. Click on the Add Transaction button. Enter the amount. Select the date for the transaction. Enter any notes. Click OK to save the transaction. To understand how to add transactions to contribution fund account, you will need to understand the concept of batch. A contribution batch is a collection of contributions that are grouped together. A batch would typically represent a series of contributions given at the same time on a given day. For example, contributions collected on a Sunday morning. Each batch would have a name to uniquely identify it. A batch would have to be manually closed, posted in ChurchOffice terms, to prevent any addition. SMS acknowledgments are only sent when a batch is posted. Click on Add a Batch button. The system has suggested a name for us. We can modify it if we want. I will keep it. Add any comments if you desire. If you uncheck this field, SMS acknowledgement will not be sent when you close this batch. Click OK to save. The batch will be automatically opened. From here, we can enter individuals' contributions. Click on Add Contribution. Select the payment date. Enter a member's name or member's ID to search for the member. Enter the amount he is paying. Select the month and year he is paying for. Select the payment method. Enter any notes if you desire. Click OK to save the transaction. I will enter a couple of transactions. With my transactions set, I will close this batch. Click on the Post Batch. Select the deposit date. Click on Post button to save. With the batch posted, the Add Contribution button becomes disabled. To add any transaction to this batch, you must unpost the batch first. Let's post it again. To upload Excel contribution data, the contribution batch must exist. I don't have it created. I'll go ahead and create one. Click on the Upload Contribution button. Please read the instructions carefully. To summarize, the maximum items we can upload should be 500 at a go. The payment date format should be 2 digits for the day, followed by a /, 2 digits for the month, followed by a /, and 4 digits for the year. Don't forget to delete all rows where payment information is not entered. You can download the sample data to see how payment information must be captured. Let's download the Excel sheet to enter our contribution data. I will enter some payment details here. Don't forget to delete rows that do not have any payment data. Head back to the Upload tab. Select the batch you want to add these transactions to. Select the Excel file we just updated. Click the Submit button. Check the imported data for any error. I am satisfied with the imported data, so I will post it. To add a transaction to a pledge fund account, select the account from the fund account list. Click on the Add Member button to add a member who has pledged. Search for the member using his name or member ID. Enter the amount he has pledged. Select the date he pledged. Click OK to save the transaction. Click on the Upload Pledges button. Please read the instructions carefully. To summarize, the maximum items we can upload should be 500 at a go. The payment date format should be 2 digits for the day, followed by a /, 2 digits for the month, followed by a /, and 4 digits for the year. Don't forget to delete all rows where pledge information is not entered. Let's download the Excel sheet to enter our pledge data. I will delete rows that do not have any pledge data. Let's enter some payment details here. Head back to the Upload tab. Select the pledge account you want to add these transactions to. Select the Excel file we just updated. Click the Submit button. Click on the Add Payment button. Search for the member who wants to make payment. Enter the amount and select the payment method. Add any notes where necessary. Click OK to save. You can now see that Frimpong is left with 800 to pay. To view the actual transactions, click on the Action button and select View. Click on the Upload Pledges button. Please read the instructions carefully. To summarize, the maximum items we can upload should be 500 at a go. The payment date format should be 2 digits for the day, followed by a /, 2 digits for the month, followed by a /, and 4 digits for the year. Don't forget to delete all the rows where payment information is not entered. Let's download the Excel sheets to enter our pledge data. Let's enter some payment details here. Head back to the Upload tab. Select the pledge account you want to add these transactions to. Select the Excel file we just updated. Click the Submit button. The transactions have now been added. Let's verify these transactions. Everything is okay here. That is the end of our tutorial on the Finance module.